Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Peter Clausi from Silver Bullet Mines. Peter, how are you today?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm wonderful. Pleased to see the news release yesterday where you announced your second shipment of commercial gold silver concentrate going out this week. Is that correct?
That is correct. We're excited about that because shipping means revenue, means cash for the shareholders. That's exciting. The first shipment went out at the end of October, received by the buyer October 29. That was 4,000 pounds of gold concentrate from the King Tut mine and about 2,000 tons of concentrate from the SC mine. This week, we have prepared about 2,500 pounds of concentrate from the KT gold mine, and that's being shipped to the same buyer.
I love the pictures that were included in your news release, and I recommend everybody take a look at this news release. Can you tell me what was the catalyst for including these photos?
A picture speaks 1,000 words. Here is the bag of concentrate loaded on the ground, waiting for the shipper to pick it up.
Now, I think in the past there's been some confusion with shareholders wondering what does a bag of 2,500 concentrate, now that we've seen an actual visual picture of it, bring in for the company?
Oh, we're not talking dollar amounts yet. As the news release says, we have our assay results, but we have shipped the material to the buyer. The buyer will run its own assays. We will share with each other our assay results, and then we will figure out between us what that shipment is worth and will be paid.
You also take the time in the news release to explain how the gold and silver is actually processed. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, yeah, I don't want to make metallurgy too simplistic. And PhDs are made on metallurgy. But if let's say there's X amount of gold in the host material, you can't increase that X amount of gold as an absolute number. You go through the process, and basically what you're doing is stripping away anything that isn't gold till what you have left at the end of the day is gold in the concentrate. And the news release does a fairly simplistic job of explaining that process.
Well, in addition to the announcement about your next commercial shipment, you also describe results that finally come back from your initial assay results from the SC mine. That sounds kind of intriguing. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you mean in this news release?
Sure, and it's extremely exciting there as well. Because we had this first shipment with a new buyer, the new buyer wanted us to send some of the samples to an independent lab for testing to see how well our assay lab correlates with the independent lab, so we can see what the numbers are. It's been a delay getting them back. It's been quite frustrating, but they finally came back. The problem is that every single sample ran over the detection limits, which means the labs expect them, almost all of their samples, to run within a certain range. All of our samples ran over the detection limit, which means we're going to have to send them new material to be retested using a different test, so we know exactly how much is there. It's an excellent problem to have.
I guess one question I do have for you, though, is that the labs are really backlogged right now. How long do you think it will take to actually get the updated result numbers?
Well, we've said in the news release that we're focusing our resources on the KT mine. It's our belief that there's a lot more value to be had per ton in the KT material, gold, than there is in the SC material, silver. So we're focusing our efforts on the KT mine and the mill right now. That means we won't be pulling new material from the SC mine to process to send to the third-party lab. So while your question is a good one, it doesn't matter because we're not doing it.
Well, perhaps the next question will matter. When is our third shipment being prepared to go out?
The material from the KT mine is in the mill right now. It's on the ground. It's being processed into gold concentrate. It'll be put into bags, and we are expecting a bi-weekly shipment of somewhere between 2,500 and 4,000 pounds of concentrate. Every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks.
In addition to every 2 weeks, what should shareholders be looking forward to in the next quarter?
Our announcement of what the KT material from the first and second shipments assayed at in the hands of the buyer, and how that translates into X dollars of revenue. That'll be a very exciting news release. Don't forget, we're also doing work up in Idaho, and there should be additional news coming about the great progress we're making up there.
For those of you interested in staying on top of what's happening with Silver Bullet Mines, I recommend you follow at Clausi Peter on X. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. And Silver Bullet has its own feed as well.